Good enough.
Welcome, everybody, to Catfish Weekly, presented by Catfish Clothing, on with the Dr. Tim Lang. I'm Lyle Stokes. Cindy is here to spin the rig wrap prize wheel. And, Doc, we're going to have some fun tonight.
Yes, we are.
We got the guys from the Possum Kingdom tournament in with us, and we will get to them in just 1 minute. Doc, I am all loaded up just about and ready to head to Monsters on the Ohio, and I know that we are going to have a blast when we get there this time.
Yes, we are. 4 days, 10 hours, 28 minutes, and 44 seconds away.
I understand the Ohio River is dropping like a rock, but it won't be no tougher than it is any other time we have ever been there. We're still going to have a good time.
Yeah, we'll probably have, I'm hoping we'll have a little bit of current.
Well, he should have. Last year we had a little bit.
Yeah.
It'd be fun. It's always fun.
It's good to catch fish, but I still had a good time.
That's exactly right. And everybody, don't forget, we'll be doing a live broadcast out of Bass and More Thursday, and they're going to have a big feed in there. Chef Brandon will be cooking for you, so be sure to show up and drop in. Everybody that does a interview with us down at Bass and More will get in a drawing for a 7,000 Abu Garcia reel, so be sure to drop by and say howdy. Anything in particular that we need to visit about before we get these guys in here, Doc?
No, what's your weather like? It's hot here in Ohio. It's supposed to be, it was like 86 today, but this weekend it's going to be a balmy 60 degrees.
Nice.
Yeah, might know either we got 100-mile-an-hour winds or we got a major cold front, at least a cold front didn't wait till the last minute to come in, because it looks like it's going to be coming in on Wednesday, I believe, Wednesday or Thursday.
It's got a 90% chance of rain last time I looked at Wednesday, and Chuck Davis had used to say every time he goes to Owensboro, the front moves through, so he wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah. rain or a front. So
that's exactly right.
But everybody has to deal with the same thing.
That's exactly right. It's the same for everybody. We're going to have a great time when we get there. I noticed just a few minutes ago while we was visiting with these gentlemen before the show, Cindy was looking up how far it was to Possum Kingdom down there. So just less than nine hours for us to get there. That's a long haul after going to Owensboro this week. So, man, it's the other side of Fort Worth, Texas. That's a long haul. But, man, these guys have got a huge payout tournament going on down there at Possum Kingdom Lake. Guys, welcome to Catfish Weekly.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
How you doing?
We're good, man. How you guys?
Good to see you guys.
I've been watching you all on Wednesday nights down there just about every week, and you guys have been hilarious. I have such a great time sitting here watching you all. Y'all have a bunch of fun. Y'all know Skinny all the time, and I think he dishes it out about as much as he takes it.
Oh, he does. I guarantee you.
I'm the outsider, but that's what makes it happen.
That's right, man. I met Bryan down at Mississippi River Monsters in Memphis. We had a pretty good chat. It was kind of rainy that afternoon. We didn't get to talk too much. I wish we'd got to visit a little bit more, but man, you guys got a big deal going on down in Texas now.
I can't wait.
I'm excited for you. We should have planned things a little bit better so we could have tried to make that tournament. We're trying to figure out how to get there. I'm just not sure that we can make it happen this close to Monsters on the Ohio. But, you know, there's just so many things going on in the fall, and maybe next year we can kind of allow for things. If I come that far, I'd like to do a live show and do all the stuff, you know, that we need to do when we go that far to one of these events. And that'd be awful hard to do on such a short notice. But, boy, it looks like you guys have got a heck of a bunch of prizes going on for all the people that's going to be there. You got a big payout tournament. You're paying out $25,000 for first place and paying, what, 20 places?
Paying 20 places. Second place pays $12,000. Wow.
There's a lot of big tournaments that don't pay that for first.
We're actually paying out 10 places right now. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah, okay. That's a huge.
Run through the payout just out of curiosity.
Absolutely, go right ahead, guys.
First place $25,000. Second place is $12,000. Third place $5,100. Fourth place $3,400. Fifth place is 2,400. Sixth place 1,700. Seventh place 1,100. Eighth 950. Ninth is $760. 10th is $570. And as of right now, Big Fish on Saturday pays $2,100. Big Fish on Sunday pays $2,100. And then the overall fish of those two, the biggest fish of those two winners was an additional $1,300.
Now, boys, that's a huge payout. Cindy's sitting here asking me, "Are you sure we can't go?"
And
We would love to have y'all here.
that's not to mention the Calcutta. We're going to have a Calcutta on the side for striper and gar. So, that's an extra big pot to throw.
You're having trash fish class.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, we got fun. Having a good time.
I promise you, there won't be an angler here that won't catch a striper. About 80% of them will catch a striper.
Is that right?
For sure.
We have a lot of stripers
For sure.
in this lake, and they like cut bait just like the blue cat. So,
Well, and I went fishing yesterday. Lyon caught 4 largemouth on cut bait.
No kidding.
Yeah. So
Now, I know that you guys had a little warm-up event down there yesterday. I understand your old buddy Skinny there done really good in that.
we want it.
done pretty good.
If you want it, that's just setting them on fire, buddy.
Why don't you tell them about catching that fish? I think that's a pretty good story.
It was a pretty good story. It was pretty rough, but had a lot of tangling up, but we got it in. I don't know, man.
He said he chased the fish about 300 yards, and all 5 of his lines were tangled up.
On the other side.
On
so
the
they had to
other
release-
side.
Release the reels.
Yeah, we had to release the reels. We wasn't losing this fish, so
I think that starts with the word cluster.
you could finish the rest of the story.
Hey, but he got the fish in the boat that won the tournament, so that's a good deal.
Now, how many fish limit did you have down there?
Do what?
How many people? It was actually
18 teams.
18 teams. It was a tournament trail out of Abilene. It's called Big
Big-
Country, right? Big
Yeah,
Country.
Big Country Catfish Trail.
And they decided to do their tournament this month here at PK because it's close to the Cat Masters tournament, so those guys could come be here and pre-fishing for 2 weeks from now. And we entered it. I entered it. I fished with my 11-year-old daughter. We didn't have a good story to tell.
Tell us about that issue.
No, I won't tell you.
Hey, it was good daughter daddy time.
It
Yeah.
was.
Oh, yeah.
We had a
Good
good
daughter
time.
daddy time.
We had a good
Kudos to Bryan.
That's worth it.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Everybody, man, it's I
tough
just
fishing.
hope this week right before our tournament, the weather stays pretty the same, so the barometer don't change. Everything goes good, man. I want to see everybody weigh in fish on this that weekend.
It's going to be. We had some really good anglers here yesterday, and I think second bag weighed 17 pounds.
17 pounds.
So it's tough fishing.
Well, you guys was telling me there's some pretty big heavy hitters coming down there for this tournament.
Oh yeah, we do. We've got some.
Yeah, Steve Douglas is coming. Ryan Nagy and Kevin Parks are coming again. They were here last year. We have a team coming from Sacramento, California. Daniel Mata, his team. Well, everybody knows John Adams from down in Houston. He'll be here again. He's actually been up here a time or two already pre-fishing.
I know who Daniel Mata's fishing with.
I think we've got probably a lot of teams totaling 7 or 8 states coming. So
14.
Daniel fishing with Steve.
Steve Johnson.
Are they
13.
coming up to the Monsters then after they leave there?
No, Monsters is first, Doc.
Oh, duh.
Monsters is next
Yeah,
weekend.
Monsters.
That's right.
weekend, right?
Yeah, it's this
Yeah.
week. I
Yeah.
don't think Steve told me he wasn't coming to Monsters,
Okay, I didn't know if he was or not.
but Steve
Next-
Johnson
Yeah.
is a heck of a
I
guy.
would love to come over there and join you guys, man. We just got too much stuff
I
going.
can't imagine you guys making it to.
I would really love to come up there and fish that one also.
I understand Chris Flores is going to be over there.
Chris will be here. He was here last year.
Chris Flores is a hoot, man. He's a super nice guy, great fisherman, and he'll draw a big crowd. He's a really nice guy. He does a super nice job with everything that he does, and you'll have a lot of fun with Chris.
Yeah, Chris, good guy.
Marty Gerloff just posted he's going to be down there. Marty comes from my neck of the woods, and Marty Gerloff knows how to put fish in the boat now.
Yeah, I've heard of Marty Gerloff. I've never met him. They fish the Cabela's King Cat Trail, doesn't he, or used to?
He sure does. He goes to Tawakoni every year.
That's where I've heard his name.
Yeah.
If you go to Tawakoni, you've heard his name. Yes, sir, buddy. He's a good friend of mine. Him and I don't know if Savannah's going to be there or not, but if you meet his wife Savannah, you'll remember her. I promise you.
I think that's
Yeah.
his fishing.
Look out, huh?
Yeah, that's right. She's a fireball. I'm telling you right now, she's a sweetheart too.
Yeah.
Yep, good folks right there. They grew up. They do a lot of farming up in the mid part of Missouri, up around Jeff City, and know them boys for a long time. He's got a brother, Roger, and they grew up farming and stuff. I think Roger actually now is in the insurance business, but I've known them boys for a long time. Fished a lot of tournaments against them. Real competitive. They do a lot of the Cabela stuff. So
Well, Roger was at the MRM, wasn't he?
he probably, I think he fished with his son down there. Sure did. Good boys. But yeah, you got a huge deal going on, and you got a ton of sponsors. And like we was talking earlier, you're out in the middle of no man's land.
Right out in the middle of nowhere, correct?
Most beautiful lake in Texas.
Man, there's been a lot of people come together this year. Last year was our first real tournament. We did a trial in February, and then we did our first annual real tournament in October of last year. And it was scheduled on the same weekend as the Monsters of Ohio. We didn't do that on purpose. It was just we wasn't really
We didn't think we were
into that very much, and we didn't know that we was gonna get this big this quick. So that's why we scheduled it another week after theirs, so everybody could get to theirs and ours or whatever. But man, the sponsorship of ours this year has been outrageous. We've got probably 62 sponsors come together and help us out quite a bit.
Well, that's awesome.
We've got 113 now, 115 teams entered now. So
How many?
115.
Nice.
That was one of the questions somebody posted, how many boats was in there. So took care of that one.
115 so
115
far.
teams so far.
Now, you guys are planning on more boats coming in and entering between now and go time, I'm sure.
Yeah, our online registration is still open right now. It'll be open till probably next Monday, and then you can register Friday night between 5 and 9 o'clock for the tournament. We have a big deal set up for Friday night. We have a free fish fry. We're going to feed all the anglers at the chamber. We'll have a deal set up for all of our sponsors of the VFB area. We'll be free drinks for them set up. A lot of the anglers will be able to see some of the sponsors that participate there. And that'll all take place on Friday night.
Well, now you're making it harder and harder on me because there ain't nobody in this world likes to eat better than old Lot.
Believe me, Laura McCracken, she's actually a sponsor and she's fishing in the tournament. She's cooking the fish, and she did a great job last year.
Well,
But
I
she-
like to eat.
500 people. That's a pretty big deal too.
That is. That's a lot to do. That 500 people is a ton to feed, and that's a lot of work. And bless her heart for taking care of that. That's a major accomplishment to anybody that can do that. That's a lot of work. It really is.
He is a go-getter, I promise you.
That's awesome, man. I commend you guys for being able to come up with people like that to help you out, because that's hard to do. It really is. Skinny,
Yes, sir.
Ready to spin the rig wrap prize wheel? Would you pick me out a number between 1 and 5?
Between what?
1 and 5.
1 and 5.
17.
Let's go. Let's go with number 3 then.
All righty. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to be spinning the reel for Trey Stroup, Stroup. Let's see what we can do for Trey tonight. Got the wheel spinning off that baby.
Don't break it.
Dang, she moved her. She spun her so hard. She's
No whammies.
No whammies.
River Rat Reel Repair. Trey, if you will contact River Rat Reel Repair and tell them you won a free reel cleaning on Catfish Weekly, he will take care of you. He does such a great job. He done such a good job on stuff he done for me. He will fix you right up, and you might as well spend a couple down there with you. Doesn't cost any more to ship 2 or 3 than it does just to ship 1, and he's very reasonable. He does repairs, cleanings, and not just on one particular brand. He can fix them all, get parts for any of them. I promise you, you will be very happy with the work he does. He done excellent work for us, and we're very thrilled to have him do all the stuff for our reels any and every time. Thank you so much for watching Catfish Weekly and playing the Rig Rep Prize Wheel game. All right, guys. What else can we talk about with your tournament? I know you got a bunch of stuff to tell us about.
Oh, man, what else?
I'll talk about the lake a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's do that, because I know that you guys was worried about the water situation, and now it's up and you got plenty of water.
A lot of water.
Yeah.
Too much water.
2.5 weeks ago, we were about almost a little over 4 foot low, and we got a big rain. It's filled up already. We're brim full. It's been messing
coming.
with it a little bit, but man, it's been tough. It's been tough because we've been fishing the last couple of weeks, every other day or whatever, and it has been tough.
So we just got to notice that they're going to open up the gates at 9 o'clock tonight. I think run them for about 40 hours. And we have a 100% chance of rain tomorrow. So we're going to have plenty of water. River's probably going to be running. I don't know how that's going to affect some anglers, but I think we're fishing about 20 miles of river here at the lake. A lot of people like fishing the river. So it's in good shape for the tournament next week.
Awesome. Doc, do you have any questions in chat?
Yeah, there was one there. They want to know if the heat in Texas affects the catfish bite.
Here
It does.
it does. Here lately, we've been running around about 87, 90 degrees the last 2 weeks. Pretty close. We haven't been super hot, but and it's been kind of steady on temperature. It's just the barometer change and everything. The storms coming in, the hot and sunny one day and cloudy the next, and
What do you think it's going to be, Bryan?
It changes a lot. But
I think our water temperature yesterday was 74 degrees. This time of year, it's tough fishing in Texas. I can't answer the question why. Naturally, it starts getting better in December, January, February, like most places, but it could be 100 degrees next weekend. We don't know. Right now, we're having cooler temperatures. So,
When you say cooler, what are you talking about? Cooler. Thank you, Josh Green.
74, 77 highs for Saturday and Sunday, which is good.
Wow.
I think it's going to be good fishing, honestly. I don't think it's going to be like last year. I think we're going into a cooler winter, an earlier winter.
I actually agree. I think it's kind of dropping a little bit more right now before the tournament than it did last year. Because last year it was hot.
It was hot.
It was hot. It was hot. No wind.
I think it's going to be nice.
We've been, man. Like I said, I just hope it's going to be pretty steady that whole week before.
Well, the bite the last couple of weeks has been tough. We've had guys coming down pre-fishing for a good month, that's never fished the lake before and having a tough time. But I think a lot of the last couple of weeks is the water rising like it did, muddied up the lake pretty good. So that probably had a little bit of effect on it as well. The river was getting so low that you couldn't get in it. And that probably had a little bit to do with that as well. When the water rises up there, the full pool. I haven't seen as many fish in the last couple of weeks up there as I have in the past. But I think with the water up now in the next 2 weeks, I think it'll get better.
Marty Gerloff was wanting to know how the bait situation is down there.
Baits.
I've been doing pretty good.
To me, it's easy. I can't speak for everybody. I've gone out the last 3 times I've gone out. I've thrown the net once each time, but you just got to go to some of the right places. We haven't had good luck. We're in the muddy side of the lake where the waters came up. I've had better luck just in the clear water.
For me, it's really easy. I go down to PK1 stop and I buy my. So I don't know what he's talking about easy, but I get in the truck, drive down there, and just buy a couple of them.
And that being said, she's supposed to have some fresh shad for sale. I know there were some teams last year that had a hard time. Some of them got here late. They didn't have much time to catch bait, but she's going to have fresh gizzard shad for sale.
Well, that's great for guys that are traveling or having a hard time finding bait. It's really handy for someone to have bait for sale to guys that can go ahead and not have to struggle to get it. Just pay a couple of bucks and pick up your bait and go fishing. But you never know that, a lot of times fresh bait that you buy is as good as what you can catch, and you go ahead and get your fish in a boat. You never know, it might be the winning bait that makes you go right ahead and take the trophy home.
Yeah, and we've talked to her, and she's going to have about 300 pounds of bait down there, and it's going to be on ice. It's going to be fresh. So if anybody does ever have any troubles, they're right there next to the ramp that we're going to launch at, probably a half mile down the road. So it's going to be open at 4 o'clock in the morning.
4 o'clock in the morning. She'll be serving breakfast.
Yeah, and she will be serving breakfast, burritos, and all that stuff too. So it's a PK one stop, and you're going to get one stop for everything you need.
And that breakfast sounded better all the time.
Yeah,
and a lot of guys already know this. When you get to PK, we're limited on places to get fuel, restaurants, groceries. This is a small community. Like I keep saying, it's out in the middle of nowhere. So it's 25 miles to Graham, Texas, and 35 miles to Mineral Wells, Texas. Otherwise, it's great. Few restaurants and stores we have right here at the lake.
We do got, there's 3 places out here to get fuel, and all of them do pay credit cards. So,
well, and with all that said, we would appreciate for you guys to fill your boats up here. We would appreciate for you guys to get groceries here at the trading post. I mean, it may cost a little bit more, but it's not that much more.
And they are big sponsors. These
They're
guys,
huge sponsors.
These guys have put together the money to pay the first place $25,000 to get the teams here. We have a lot of them. A lot of sponsors. And a lot of these people didn't even have to go ask; they just volunteered, called us up and volunteered to write a check, and we're helping out at the tournament. So great community, and we can't wait till 2 weeks to get here.
Well, I'm telling you, that community has really stepped up. You guys should be very proud of what they've done to help you out, and they should be proud of what you guys have done to put together to advance that community. So it works hand in hand, what you all have done to help each other. And I'm extremely pleased to see that, because so many times when tournaments are put together, the community does not want to help the tournament group, and because they're afraid they won't recoup anything, and in return the tournament guys, they don't want to go out of the way to help the community because they're not getting anything to benefit either one. But you guys, there's no questions about what's going on down there. Everybody's in it to help the other guy out, and it's showing, because you guys are getting multiple states showing up for this tournament, and it just looks like it's going great.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Absolutely, that's what everybody's in it for. I mean, it's just it looks like a ton of fun.
Yeah, you know, we talked about this before. We probably won't have the shock and awe of the big fish like Wheeler or Twaukene or MRM. Our weights, I say that. I mean, I catch 40 pounders here all the time. It's usually December, January, and February. We have the fish. It's just tougher to catch in October.
Our lake record is what, 53 pounds,
54 pounds.
54 pounds. So, you know, I mean, we ain't got none of those big fish like and stuff.
But NASCAR tracks aren't all the same either.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let me explain something to you, fellas. I tell people this, and they look at me like I've lost my marbles, but we have as much fun or more at Channel Cat tournaments that we do at Big Blue tournaments because the weights are closer at weigh-in. You catch a lot more fish. Now, I would just as soon come down there to your tournament and weigh in 30-pound sack and win $25,000 as I would go to MRM and weigh in 150 pounds of fish and win $15,000.
Right.
You know, it doesn't matter to me if the biggest fish in your lake is 15 pounds. If I catch two 12s and win it, it doesn't matter.
Right.
You know, I don't understand this big fish mentality that everybody's got. If I can get a competitive bag of fish and finish in the top 5 or 10, I'm just as happy with 10-pound fish as I am with 100-pound fish, as long as I'm in a competitive weigh-in. This big fish mentality's got out of hand as far as I'm concerned. Now, sure, I like to catch some big fish. Who doesn't? But if I'm catching the biggest fish in the body of water we're fishing, or the top whatever 30% of the big fish that's in there, I'm still happy. It doesn't have to be 100-pound fish to make me happy. If the biggest fish in there is 30 pounds and I'm catching 20 and 25-pound fish, I'm good.
Right. Yeah. Well, here's a good little deal. So, Lyle, yesterday I caught a 28-pound. The last February, when our tournament, our biggest fish was 49 pounds. So that fish has probably grown into probably 59 pounds.
Well, sure it has.
Yeah.
You know, so they're in there.
Yeah, big fish.
They're in there.
But Lyle, if you want a trophy fish, let's go to Indonesia. Me and you go. We'll go get a trophy fish. I'd love to go with you. I'm pretty sure these guys will go with you.
Yeah.
We'll go for a guided trip to get a trophy fish, and then we'll come back here and go for the money.
I'm all over that, man. I'm all over that. I love to catch big fish.
Sure.
I like to catch the little ones. You know, one of the most fun things that Cindy and I have ever done is we went up to we've been to the Red River, and we had a blast catching fish up there. We went to Lake Mendota and Cherokee up there to just a fun get-together with a bunch of guys. Cindy busted 4 channel cat over 25 pounds in 30 minutes.
Wow.
Our four over 20 in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I caught one up there that was over 29, and it was awesome.
Sure.
And I'm telling you, where can you go and catch channel cat like that in 2 foot of water?
Right.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable. They get up on their tail and walk like them guys talk about bass doing it all the time. You ain't never seen no 20-pound bass up on his tail like that. 3 or 4 have been in a row doing that. Not 20-pounders. If them bass guys that ever catch a channel cat that weigh 20 pounds on his tail walking, they throw that bass stuff in the lake and they go buy them some catfish rods, and they'd be done with that bass stuff.
That right up there.
See what's behind me, Lyle, right?
Yeah, I see that.
I got rid of. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You know,
Years ago.
we used to go on skipjack trips, and some of the most fun that we ever had was catching them 3 and 4 of them skipjacks, up to 6 of them at a time, going every direction on sabiki rigs down at Cumberland City. And I told them guys, I said, man, if them bass guys ever get a load of this, they'd quit bass fishing. There ain't nothing like catching them big old skippies going 6 of them at a time, going every one of them going a different direction. I mean, man, that's a blast.
Yeah.
Lyle, I've got my phone here in front of me, and man, you have got a lot of followers. there's a lot of people watching this show.
Yeah.
It's scrolling like 10 per 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's tough to keep up with
It
it.
goes pretty quick. Hey, I tell you what, we're at about 30 minutes into the show. Brian, if you pick
Yep.
us out a number between 1 and 5, we'll spin the old rig wrap prize wheel again.
That's 1 in 5, not 1 in 55.
That
Yeah,
was
1 and 5. 1 and 5.
one.
Oh, I love 1. It's one of my favorite numbers. Jordan Lear. Leer. We're going to spin it for you, Jordan.
Where's the hand?
She got that rig wrap prize wheel down pat, man.
Here we come. No whammies. No whammies.
Bass and more. Bass and more. Jordan, if you will contact Jim, Sheila, and Brandon down at Bass and More in Owensboro, Kentucky, and tell them you want a prize on Catfish Weekly, they will hook you up. Thanks so much for watching Catfish Weekly and playing the Rig Wrap prize wheel. Tell them to be sure and let them know Thursday we're going to be gracing that place, and we're going to do some damage on Chef Brandon's food. I love to eat that boy's cooking. He's really, really good at it.
Hey, Dustin Fall wants to know what he can do to be a sponsor for your tournament next year.
Now, Brandon, Dustin Fall makes some of the coolest stuff you ever seen. He makes trophies that are awesome. He made some trophies for a tournament we had this spring. He made the rod rack and live well that's in my boat, and if you would like to see pictures of them, I'd be more than happy to send them to you. He makes some of the coolest metal products you've ever seen. Go to his Facebook page, D&T Custom, to check them out and contact him. I promise you'll be happy with anything he does for you.
D&T Customs.
D&T Customs.
Yeah, David Thomas.
Absolutely.
He's here in Ohio.
He can still be a sponsor this year if he wants to.
Little late again. I got to tell you, now we all need to give Dustin a little pat on the back, say a little prayer for him. He shot himself in the leg yesterday with a 16-penny nail gun, and he's not doing too good today.
He needs to work on the old quick draw, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He might have pulled the trigger just a tad too soon. I visited with him a little bit online today, and he's in a little bit of pain, and he's talking about doing a little surgery on him. I'm not sure how that's working out, but it went in above his knee, and they're not sure. They got it out, but I think he's hurting pretty good over that.
Good grief.
But he's a great sponsor to a lot of stuff, and he does some really, really good work.
And he nailed it.
And he nailed it. Yes, he did. He said he
Oh, man. He'll be putting that nail on a trophy now.
Yeah, I would. I'd make sure I hung that up above my fireplace or something. But yeah, please contact him. You'll be very happy that you did.
He was framed.
Framed.
Oh man. How big is a lake that they're going to be fishing?
How big's your lake, gentlemen?
How big is our lake? It's 18,000 acres. Is that what you mean? Yep, 18,000 acres.
And it's got a river system on it?
It has a river system on it, and I say river system. Actually, the river, I think it's 27 miles of the river. It's actually a part of the lake. It's not. Some people say, well, you should call that Brazos River Tournament.
Yes.
Because a lot of people fish up there. Actually, our boundary for the tournament is 2 miles short of what the actual lake boundary is.
And that's on
18 miles. 18 miles to what we call Bunger Bridge is our boundary. It's actually 22 miles to the actual boundary of what the lake is.
Lake is. They consider upriver the part of the lake.
And it's not like it's nothing like the Mississippi River monster. our river system, at the most, you can find some holes up there around 10 foot between here and Bunger Bridge. Most of it's going to run between 5 and 7 foot.
But you can still run big boats.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, especially right now, you can get a no problem.
Carl Wells would like to know how far is it by water from the boat ramp to the dam?
From the boat ramp to the dam.
From boat ramp to the dam is probably about a 18, 19 mile.
Yeah.
It's
Is there a lot of structure on the lake, or is a man-made lake?
It's a man-made lake, but if you talk to any of the anglers that was their first time here last year, a lot of them like most of us do, like to drift fish or drag baits, whatever you want to call it. It's tough. There's not very many spots without a tree every 10 feet.
Okay.
Well, if they'll go ahead and get rig wrapped and get prepared, that shouldn't be a problem, right?
No, but I heard the guys came up here and pre-fished for 3 days and had to go buy a tackle before the tournament.
the only thing about like say you go over to Walking's, you can see a lot of trees sticking up everywhere. Here, if we're full, a lot of them are right at the water's edge. If we're 10 foot low, you can see a bunch of them. It's tricky.
We have submerged timber, so some of the water in anywhere from 20 to 80 foot of water, you're going to have trees underneath.
Yeah.
Is gizzard shad the main bait?
Yes.
Yes.
Have you got yellowtails, or is it all gizzard?
It's
Gizzard's
most
right.
all gizzards. Yeah.
Gizzard.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is the bottom real muddy and stuff like that, or
Split. We have mud and we have rocky bottom. Both.
hard pan? Okay.
Catfish Clothing would like to know where the name Possum Kingdom came from.
This used to it started a long time ago, but used to be a trapping area back in the early 1800s, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And so you'd come out in this area to fur trap. Is that right, Jim? Fur trap, and most of the furs back then were possum, and that's how it got its name, Possum Kingdom. They would take them to, at the time, in the Metroplex area somewhere and sell them. So in the Metroplex, that's how they knew. There was no towns out here. They just called it Possum Kingdom.
And then that's when Hell's Gate got during that time, Hell's Gate got its name. Also, it's right here in Possum Kingdom.
You know, they have the Red Bull cliff diving
Competition.
competition, worldwide. They've got a competition here at Hell's Gate.
Worldwide, the Red Bull cliff divers, there's only in the one country at a time. And in the United States, they've done their deal here the last 5 years.
We have some
We've
big
got-
bluff walls here, rock walls.
It's the only place in the United States, in our country, that they do the cliff diving. So they travel like worldwide and do, but we got picked in this lake to do because they've got some big cliffs. I mean, and they do it right off Hell's Gate. Hell's Gate's got a story behind it too. Possum Kingdom is very known for Hell's Gate.
Hey, Doc.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass on that cliff diving.
Yeah.
Lyle, I'm pretty sure I had to go up there and hang the sign at when we had our big fireworks show. It's a long ways down.
Well, I want to know, is it because of the diving, or is it because you got to get up there in a banana hammock?
I ain't doing none of it. It's kind of like
Ice
Doc and I
fishing.
talked a number of times about ice fishing. I ain't doing none of that either.
Right. All of it.
That's
I
cool.
give them credit because they come out here and it's every bit of probably 90, 100 foot.
94
Yeah.
foot.
Ooh.
94,
No, I ain't doing none of that.
90 foot.
I watched old Luke Hinges and them boys crawl out there in their truck and they drive up and down them ice lakes and then cut a hole in it, knowing the whole time that their truck could fall through. No,
Yeah.
Right.
I ain't doing that.
I dived off one about 35 foot a couple years ago, and it hurt your head.
I'm pretty sure that if I was to fall off one of them, I'd die of a heart attack before I hit the water.
Oh, for sure. Your belly flop. For sure.
Yeah, it ain't happening. Ain't happening. Maybe years ago when I was your age, Skinny, but I'm not your age no more. What's that, buddy?
I just look young, Bob.
Yeah, what kind of limit do you have on fish down there for the tournament?
Say that again.
What's the fish limit on your tournament?
5 fish per day.
5 fish per day. And how's the flatheads down there?
It's tough.
There is some though.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, there is. But it is tough.
If you're actually coming down here to target flatheads, you probably ought to come up here for a week or two to pre-fish.
Yeah.
You guys don't know Doc Lang very well.
You're right, I don't. But I had this conversation last year, and those guys left disappointed. We have the lake has got the terrain for the flatheads. I've been living here. We started our business here 10 years ago. I've been fishing here pretty strong for 8 years. I caught my first flathead last year.
Wow. Wow. That is pretty rough. Hey, Doc.
Yeah.
Have you got chat loaded up?
Doing it right now.
They have places to stay there.
We'll get to that in just a minute. Guys are wanting to know about places to stay down there, fellas. I knew this was going to go on. I had a feeling this was going to be a long one, but we've got some other stuff to take care of. And
Okay, I'm ready.
first thing we want to do is our good buddy Dale at Dale's Tackle wants to give away a $25 gift certificate to our viewers in chat.
First number.
Who hasn't picked one from your group, guys?
I had
I had
Oh, why don't you pick a number between what's the list, Doc?
I got 101.
Between 1 and 101.
72.
That's your age?
yeah.
Okay. And the winner is Kentucky Catman Outdoor Adventures.
God dang. Good
Kentucky
job.
Catman Outdoor Adventures. And what did he win, Lon?
He won a $25 gift certificate from Dale's Tackle. Contact Dale and he will hook you up with $25 worth of tackle off of his website. Good job, Jim.
We won the Christmas tackle.
And while you're at it, Doc,
Yeah.
let's take the first one you get this time for our holiday spectacular, for our first one.
All right. And the winner is Jeremy Beecham.
Jeremy?
Beacham. Jeremy Beecham.
We need to make sure that that's not a winner or previous winner.
I mean, that looked all good.
That was almost Busby, Doc. Jeremy Busby.
Okay, Jeremy Beecham.
We good?
We're good. Jeremy Beecham,
Okay.
you are the
Number
5th person to be a winner for the holiday spectacular. We are up to $8,000 worth of prizes to be given away November 19th.
That's coming up quick.
Coming up quick. Sure is. It's going to be an awesome show that night.
Marty Gerloff says, if we are pre-signed, what time do we need to be there on Friday night?
Listen, sorry, Skinny's talking in my ear. I couldn't
He's
hear you,
always talking.
Now, wait a minute. It doesn't mean that
Marty Gerloff wants to know, if we are pre-signed, what time do we need to be there Friday night?
Well, the captain's meeting is going to start around 6:30 or 7. Even if you're pre-registered, you still need to show up and get your packet, get your number, and some other things we're going to be giving you. What? That starts at 5 o'clock. But I will say, though, we will be set up Thursday as well. So those anglers that are be pre-fishing, they're here. We'd love for you to go ahead and come up Thursday afternoon. We don't have a time set, but if you'll watch Facebook page, but it'll probably be 5 to 9 or 4 to 9 on Thursday, and we'll take care of you then. That way, you have somebody from the team has to be there for the meeting, which is going to be around 6:30 or 7 on Friday.
But we're going to
But if
that
Marty, if you're here Thursday afternoon, come up to the auditorium. We'll give you that way you don't have to wait in line. A lot of guys did that last year.
It softens the workload on us too.
Because what happened last year, I think we had 20 or 30 people show up to register on Friday night. We were busy.
Okay. Hey, Lyle, it's 1:45. Time to spin the wheel.
Again?
again.
Well, you know what? Let's just do that. Cindy, pick me out a number between 1 and 5.
2.
2? 1? 2? And the winner is James Dockery.
I believe James is in chat.
I'm sure that he is. James watches almost every show. I think every show, actually. And James wins some Whisker Sticks LED lights. James, if you will send me your address after the show, I will hook you up with some Whisker Sticks LED lights. I have just a few left. We will get you a couple of them right out. Thank you so much for watching Catfish Weekly and being such a loyal supporter of our show. And thanks, Whisker Sticks, for all of the lights. You've been with us for a long, long time, ever since you started out. So we appreciate all your support.
Yes, we do. And he lost a pole today. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Watched it on TV and watched it on live video too.
But he did.
Had a nice flathead that he caught, and then we watched the pole do a bill dance and hit the water, and he turned around and, hey, where'd my pole go?
Tell him what he wants.
Poor guy.
For a place that's spectacular, but you always give him a prize.
Oh, yeah, Jeremy, I didn't give you nothing. I will send you something from Rig Wrap. I promise you. Send me your information after the show, and I will hook you up with surprises from Rig Wrap. I forgot all about it. My mistake. I'm so sorry about that, but I'll take care of it. Cindy just reminded me.
Glenn reminded me.
And Glenn reminded her, so I will take care of that for you.
Wonder
Got a lot going on. These guys are keeping me busy tonight. All right, fellas, where was we at? No problem, Jeremy. Glad to do it. I know we got something that we're missing here from your tournament. Oh, places to stay. Places to stay. Tell us what's available down there, because I know I was watching y'all's live feed the other night. You were visiting about some of the places down there being filled up.
Yeah, we just have a few places. Bonitaville has cabins. I believe the RV's full, right?
No, the RVs have two more spots, and I think they've got 4 or 5 cabins left. I thought
Everything's full. We can't go.
The cabins, he said, what?
Bonita stores. Correct.
And then Golden Cove has a few cabins left.
Golden Cove has
Golden Cove
several
have
cabins.
10 cabins left.
Hideaway, are they done?
Hideaway's full.
Hideaway's full.
Oh, Lush.
Lush Resort has, I think, 3 suites left, 3 bungalows, and 4 hotel rooms left. No RV spots.
K. Bug Clark, you will see me Thursday, I promise.
Is that a threat?
No, that's a young lady that goes to school and watches our show religiously, and she's going to be on. She's going to interview with us down at the Bassetmore Thursday afternoon. And
Hopefully it'll be after I get there.
yeah, we're hoping she can make it when Doc's there, so we can all sit down and visit with her. K Bug, how old are you? I know you're probably 12 or 13, something like that.
That's awesome.
She's not too old. She watches the show quite a little bit, and we're anxious to see her.
Patriot
Patriot Catfish of America. Please mention the American Flag Challenge he's got going on. We sure will. Thank you so much.
K-Bug is 12.
12 years old. I knew she wasn't very old, but she watches the show religiously. So we're going to interview her and have quite a conversation with her, and we can't wait to get her on, guys.
Dog is being needy tonight. Man,
What's that?
the dog is being needy tonight.
Well, that's okay. That's okay.
Everybody sees me disappear. A lot of people want to know what's going on. Well, I got to take care of the dog.
Well, that's just part of having them.
Hey,
You
Locke, we got something else we want to mention here if you got a minute.
We do have a minute. We got all the time in the world, man.
Leslie from HOT Heroes Outdoor Therapy will be here too. She's bringing an angler. He's coming out of Maryland. They'll be fishing in the tournament, and we have some great things to announce when they get here. Surprise
Awesome.
donations as well.
Leslie is a very, very sweet lady. She does some wonderful things for our veterans, being a veteran herself. We're so proud of her in our sport and all the wonderful things she does for them. She couldn't be any better suited for the job that she does. I'm still amazement of the guys in our sport and the great outpouring that they gave in Memphis. That was the wonderful thing that could have possibly happened down there.
That was amazing.
I was really glad that we got so much of that on video while we was there.
Intruder. Breaking it, Doc.
Snack.
He's looking for that snack, man. I have one that looks for a snack like that also. Yeah, she don't ever bark, ever.
That's funny because he let Bryan's dog out of the house. You see Funny Farms and movies? He lets the dog out of the house and he takes off. Well, that's Bryan's dog.
I had one like that one time that we was duck hunting and he bounced out of the boat like that. And my electric collar didn't work. He got a load of 3-inch number 2s. He never, ever jumped out of that boat again, ever. I sat down, held him in my lap, and bawled like a little baby. He done spent years in being trained not to do that, and he did it anyhow, and that collar didn't work, and I busted his butt. He never jumped out of a boat again unless he was sent. But I did. I cried like a little girl.
Buddy.
They ain't supposed to do that unless you're told to. But anyhow, yeah, it's so you got plenty of places for people to stay.
Not plenty, but we still have places.
We do have places.
So if you run out of places right there local, there's still places around there they could.
We have motels. The closest motel is 21 miles from here, roughly, Graham. There's Best Western there. There's several hotels there. Middle Wells is probably 32 miles. A lot of motels there. The population of Middle Wells is 16,000 people.
Oh, well.
So there's motels there too.
There is plenty of motels in Graham and Mineral Wells both. If we run out of anything out here, but like I said,
Do Holiday Inn and Graham.
oh, they open that one.
Yeah, so I mean, if they want to enter, they don't have to pitch a tent. I mean, there's plenty of places to go.
Well, somebody said if it comes to pitching a tent, we ain't coming at all.
We
You know what? I'd rather pitch a tent than stay in a hotel room. Really, makes it feel better.
We have some really good campgrounds here as well that have showers. They're free too.
Free campgrounds.
Free campgrounds.
Yeah.
This time of year they don't charge.
Wow.
They're some of the nicest campgrounds in the country.
Yeah, bathrooms are clean. Like well maintained all year round.
That's awesome.
Barbecue pits,
picnic tables,
covers, everything.
I never heard of free campgrounds. I thought that was a thing of the past. Didn't you, Doc?
Well, they're free now.
Really?
They in the summertime they'll cost you about $4 or $5, but
That's it? Oh,
$5 a day.
Really? Wow. Up here in Ohio, it's like $23 a
oh
night.
yeah.
yeah.
That's unbelievable.
I used to live in London, Ohio for a while, so I know.
Oh, okay.
But they are nice, and they're right there. We have 2 of them that are right there by the ramps we'll be using. I know those guys already planning on using those campgrounds, but hot water showers. I think, yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I would have graduated in London, Ohio if I wouldn't have moved away a year before.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I graduated from Mechanicsburg. You know where that's at.
Yeah.
If you live in London, you know where Mechanicsburg's at.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how come they call you Skinny?
Well, that's a long story.
You want the truth, or you want him to tell you?
Well,
I got a I'll make it short and sweet. I back when I was 17 years old, actually, when I moved from London, Ohio, I moved back to Texas and started driving a cattle truck, and had a good friend who could never remember my name, so he just started calling me Skinny. And then I got introduced to Skinny here, and then Skinny, and then as I was driving the truck, it became my handle. And go on and on.
That's cool.
He signs his name as Skinny now.
Yeah, right. Now it's Skinny Busby instead of Jeremy Busby.
all righty then.
There's a lot more to that story, but I'll just skip it.
Oh man.
My version better. It's like he's walking around on chopsticks.
Yeah, boy, you're turning red.
Oh man, you're killing me. Oh boy. I knew we was going to have a blast when you guys agreed to do this. I just knew it was going to be a ton of fun. Oh, man. It has been a great time. Well, gentlemen, is there anything else that you can tell us about this tournament that will convince people that they need to make the trip down there?
Yeah, money.
$25,000.
You know, if that ain't enough to do,
$1,000.
that's a lot of dough to win a tournament. And
What's the entry fee?
But right now, we're in the late fee part of the registration, so it's $300.
Okay.
It was $250 up to Friday.
So it's $350 if you want to get in big fish. So it'll be $350 total.
And right now, it looks like we're going to be giving away, counting big fish. We're right at 58, 59,000
Wow.
cash.
that's a ton of money.
A lot of money. And we do want to tell you guys this is nonprofit. Every bit of this goes back to the angler.
Yeah, we sell T-shirts, caps. We have a new shirt that we're fixing to start selling.
Out this one.
Spin it around there, big boy.
We cover our costs on the hats and the shirts and stuff, but
This is our
we're just like volunteers. We do
It's a Hidden Bay tournament shirt. We've ordered, I think, 60 of them we'll have at the tournament for sale. Is that correct, Jim? We have one of our sponsors in here that helps us out a lot. Him and his wife, Jim and Nikki McKenzie. He just brought us some more prizes that are behind us. We have koozies, bags, pins. But everything that we sell, even our T-shirts, the regular cotton T-shirts, $20, $25. I know it sounds kind of high, but every bit of money that we make for that goes back to the pot and angling. So on Sunday, we'll figure out everything that we have left, and every bit of it's written in checks to the anglers Sunday afternoon.
Wow.
We keep absolutely nothing.
We've bought these shirts. These shirts are more expensive. We'll have these shirts for sale for $99 at the tournament if you want to buy them.
Correct.
I have one just like it. I wore it at the MRM,
And they're comfortable.
and it cost me more than that.
They're very comfortable.
My tournament shirt. But Jim helped us with that, so we've got 60 of those. We'll have at the tournament if you want to buy one of those.
Mine was in the laundry tonight. I wore it the last 2 days for fishing.
Yeah, well, you saw the picture of us doing the
Barbecue cook off, and then I had a fish tournament the next day. So,
Something to wait time.
yeah, I saw the picture of the cook-off where I was working and these two were clowning around. So
Yeah.
sure.
Tony's got really
I'll believe that.
we did.
No.
I got oceanfront property in Arizona too.
Oh man.
We have at PK Lake we have a big Possum Fest every year, and it's this past weekend. So we entered as the PK Catmasters Cook team this past weekend. We won. What was it?
We won first place showmanship
as the PK Catmasters.
because I think we were the only ones that. Well, we might not have been the only ones, but we were the only ones that matched.
That's not true.
Thanks
No,
to our wives.
there was a lot of, but
No, we had our camper set up, cookers set up all weekend, and
I think we really owe this. Loud, I'm going to say this, and I think we really owe this to our landscaping guy because the deal was he had his cooker. He had his cooker next to us, and it's one of our sponsors. Let Us Do It Landscaping.
right.
He had a cooker next to ours, but he forgot to put his sign up. So he did all his
He put out
landscaping around ours.
He put out about $10,000 worth of landscaping around our booth, and we won the.
Because we had our sign up.
Oh man.
But everybody knows it's all good. Everybody knows.
Marty Gerloff just posted that his wife Savannah will be at that tournament, so you guys are in for a treat.
And he also said,
Yeah.
for you all.
No, he does not. He does not. So I promise you, you have to meet Savannah Gerloff.
Look forward to meeting them both.
It'll be a blast.
You'll just look for us. We'll be the three that look like us.
It will be an experience you'll never forget.
That's awesome.
It'll be a blast.
And you guys got to get here next year. We really got to get you guys here.
Absolutely. We're going to make arrangements next year. Like I say, Cindy's been trying to figure out how to get there ever since we started talking about it. Don't know that we can get it done, but if for some reason she can figure it out, I'll let you know. But she's been looking up road maps and everything else since we talked about it. So
all you got to do is get in that old Chevrolet and come this way.
I promise you, if I come down there, it will not be in a Chevrolet.
It won't be in a Chevrolet.
I guarantee you that.
We both own Fords.
No, sorry, buddy Bob. It won't be in a Chevrolet.
Hey,
PK has never had a Savannah Gerloff. I feel sorry for them. Oh man, you're right about that, Tony. Oh man, but I tell you, boys, I know you guys are going to have a blast down there. If there's anybody in the world that hates to miss a good time any more than Cindy and I, it'd have to be Doc.
Right?
yeah, we're God.
Well, Doc can bring that dog if you want to, Doc.
Oh man, he would drive me crazy.
Oh man,
Driving 1,000 miles with him. Oh. I have a rough enough time just taking him to the lake.
Doc, we're going to try to make it there next year, though. Sure.
Where?
There we go.
Must have gone out.
Oh, Monsters, Ohio.
Oh yeah, you'll want to come to there. Mississippi River Monsters, all of them, man.
Yeah, we need to make all three of those, man. We might need to have to push ours back one more week just so we can get.
Hey, Lyle, you don't remember seeing Skinny at the MRM?
I don't remember. There's so much going on down there. It's kind of hard to do.
Well, it rained so much.
Oh, that damn rain was terrible. I remember seeing you though.
Well, you know why, Lyle? I was shaved. I let my beard grow out and stuff.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Well, you
I
stopped.
wouldn't recognize you if you shaved all that off.
Yeah. I can't remember the last time I did shave it all off.
I can't either. It's been pretty rough. It's been pretty rough 3 weeks.
I used to be pretty clean shaven, but as I got older and lazier, it's just too much easier just to let it go.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining our show tonight. We really appreciate it. If there's anything we can ever do to help you promote your tournament in any way, don't hesitate to let us know. We'll be glad to help you any way we can.
Thanks
Well,
a lot.
I tell you what, we're gonna have to put our name up there on the wheel, I guess,
Right.
and donate some for
Me too,
his show.
Skinny. What you got, Skinny?
I don't know. What do you want to do? Let's put it up. What do we want to do? Free entry
Let's-
up there for next week.
Yeah, but
Oh, wow.
we're over next week.
Yeah.
Hey, when are you going on next Monday?
Thank you, Lyle.
Thanks a lot.
Yep.
We'll see you guys,
Glad to do it.
we'll see you guys soon.
That's fine. We're glad to help you guys. Like I say, anything we can do to help you guys out, you let me know. We're glad to do it. And if nothing else, just give me a shout one of these days and we'll get on here just so we can have a good time.
Hey,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Sounds like fun.
For
Sounds like
sure.
a plan. All right, Doc. Y'all, you and Lyle have a great evening.
All right, you guys too. Good luck on your tournament.
All right, boys. Thanks
It's
so
been a
much.
pleasure having you on the show tonight, guys.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Everybody, that was the guys from Possum Kingdom Tournament. If you haven't signed up and you think you want to, please get a hold of these guys. They got a big payout tournament coming up, and it is going to be the 20th of October. You still have time to get into this tournament. Doc, what a great bunch of guys those guys are.
Yeah.
They are a hoot. They are a hoot. Are you loaded up in chat?
I can be because let me redo it because we've had some people come in.
I think we need to go ahead and give away that other spot to our holiday spectacular, and then we've got some other stuff to talk about.
Okay.
Or do we want to talk about the other stuff first?
Hang on a minute. Go ahead. I'm still loading up here.
All right. I want to mention from our old buddy Luke Hinges, they have a Monsters on the St. Croix coming up Saturday, October the 20th. It'll be at 12 p.m. to 9 a.m. And you can contact them at the High Ridge north of Stillwater. Get a hold of Luke Hinges if you're interested in that. It's a sturgeon contest, and Luke can tell you all about it. So contact Luke Hinges. Registration will close at midnight, October 16th, or 50 boats or 150 participants is reached. So get a hold of them guys if you're interested in that. It's called the 2018 Monsters on the Croix. And Luke Hinges can tell you all about it. It'll be a lot of fun if you're into fishing for sturgeon.
Okay, I am ready. And the winner is Adam Johns. Adam Johns. Johns.
Adam, you will be the next person in for the.
What's he win?
We're going to send him some red wraps. And we will get you down as the next entry to the Holiday Spectacular. And the other thing I have is I was supposed to mention it last week, and we got busy with stuff, and I forgot to, is the 2018 Vet Fest on Lake Gaston. I understand this is sponsored by Bottom Feeders Fishing, and it's honoring vets and Gold Star families. So if you get a hold of Bottom Feeders Fishing, they can tell you all about it. It is Saturday, November the 10th, 2018. Bottom Feeders Fishing does a lot of good stuff, a lot of good projects for a lot of people out their way. And if you guys get a chance, check that out. I know that they'd be happy to have you and anybody involved with that. Anything that we do for our veterans is worthwhile effort. They do so much thanklessly for so many of us. And anytime you get a chance to help out with a project like that, it will be well received.
Yep, and I've got King of the James. March 22nd is captain's meeting. This is in 2019. The tournament is a 2-day tournament held on the 23rd and 24th of March. $200 entry fee, and that includes big fish. And I believe I saw something about Dustin is making the actual crowns
Yes.
I think that's
for a crown tournament. So this ought to be looking good here.
It ought to be. Matthew Miles contacted you and I both about this. It's going to be a really good tournament if you like fishing the James River, or if you have interest in fishing the James River. I've never been there. I don't know if you have or not, Doc, but I understand it's always a lot of fun out there.
Yeah. A lot of big fish in that area.
I know there's been a ton of them caught over the years out of the James.
Yep.
Don't forget, everybody, Thursday afternoon, we will be at Bass and More in Owensboro, Kentucky. Not sure what time that's going to start. We plan on being there, Cindy, around
Don't know.
2-ish?
Three.
2-ish or 3. I'm not sure exactly what time we're going to get there. It's supposed to rain down there all day Wednesday, so we're not going to be in a big hurry to get there in the rain. But we will be there. Be sure to keep our old buddy Dustin following your thoughts and prayers. He shot himself in the leg with a nail gun by accident yesterday. He didn't do it on purpose, but he spent the afternoon getting it pulled out in the hospital yesterday. I understand he's in quite a little bit of discomfort over that, and not sure if they're gonna get that pulled out. K-Bug, I'm can't wait to see you down there. We're gonna have a good visit with you. Doc will be there around 5-ish. Is that right, Thursday?
Unless I can latch onto somebody and I can get there a whole lot sooner.
Well, just be careful getting there. We don't want anything to happen to you. Next week, Captain Jamie Hughes is going to join us on our show. We'll have a blast with Jamie. I can't wait to hear about her boat. I understand it's quite the deal. And there was something else.
Doc's tip.
Oh, yeah, Doc's tip of the week.
All right, Doc's tip of the night. Most everybody carries one of these on board your boat, and one of the things I have done is, I have one that's dedicated, and it's connected right to my scales. So all I have to do is just hook on to the fish, clip him, and then boom, and I can get him weighed. One of the things I did is I drilled a hole right through here. I attached it. I took the hook that was on it. This is a whole lot easier, a whole lot cleaner. Works real well. And I've got a couple of them set up in case the scale fails. I can do that. So what you can do is you just can clip this right to a rod holder anywhere on the boat. It's right there ready and handy for you. And that's Doc's tip for the night.
Great tip, Doc. Great tip. Everybody have a safe trip to Monsters on Ohio. We plan on seeing everybody down there, catch a lot of fish. I hope that the front doesn't slow them down too much, but we'll see how it is when we get there. Other than that, we'll see you from Owensboro, Kentucky, Thursday afternoon.
That is correct. I am looking forward to it.
Going to be a great time. Want to thank the guys from Possum Kingdom again for being on our show tonight. We absolutely had a blast with those guys. And it will be a great time if we ever get to meet those guys again. Super great bunch of guys. Till Thursday night, we will talk to you then. Good
Thanks
night.
everybody for tuning in. Thanks for the thumbs up, 82 of them. We appreciate you watching our show tonight.
We sure do. And if you don't mind, please subscribe and pass the word along. Thanks again.